Vincent, the Greek government has released its latest budget. What does it tell us about the state of Greek finances and the Greek economy?
It says a lot of bad things, I'm afraid. Some of the figures are really shocking, actually. I mean, Greece has really lost the capacity to shock, but until you read this budget, this 2013 budget that the government has just published, you don't really get a sense of just how bad things are, and this gives a good picture of that. And just on the debt front, for example, which is the number that everybody's looking at, the 2013 budget forecasts is predicated on a debt to GDP ratio for Greece of 190%. It was supposed to be 145%, back in March. That was an IMF forecast. And even a month ago, the government itself forecasted it would be 180%. So, even as Greece writes its budget, things are deteriorating in front of its eyes.
So a worsening situation then. Does this mean that we're on the way to seeing another debt write-off for Greece?
Well, I think that that probably has to be the ultimate sort of long-term solution for Greece. It's a bit like, this is the legacy problem that Greece has, and the Eurozone is now at a point where it's going to have to deal with its legacy problems. In the case of Greece, it's historical government debt. In the case of, say, Ireland, for example, it's bank debt. But Greece is, as the budget says, it's heading for 200% debt to GDP ratio. That's totally unsustainable over a long period of time. The question is how you approach that and what you do. And in any case, I think that offering Greece any relief now in the form of another write-off would be a very bad idea.
Why would it be such a bad idea? Who would bear the brunt?
Well, you need to keep the pressure on Greece. I mean, Greece has to pass sort of minimal structural reforms, and it only ever does that under extreme external pressure from the IMF and from the ECB. So I think that if you were to say, okay, you can write off another 50 or 70 billion euros of your government debt, that would take the pressure off, and we would revert to the status quo. So a write-off is not imminent, and in any case, the Germans would never agree to it at the moment. But I think it really has to be done in the long term.
And who would really bear the brunt of this write-off if it were to happen?
The difficulty in actually securing another debt write-off in the long term is that the official sector, in other words, Eurozone governments and the ECB and the IMF, would have to take a hit. They're going to have to lose money on Greece. It's a no-win situation for all of them. And I think they're going to have to face up to that eventually, but not yet.
So a very tough situation in Greece, some hard talking to come in the days ahead, I imagine. Vincent, thank you very much.